Good morning. I'm in Antrim this morning, and you may be able to hear I'm on a factory floor, so I'm just going to step away from the factory floor and we'll have a chat about charging and electric vehicles, because as you mentioned, Sarah, from today you will have to pay to charge your car at those public charging points, and there'll be an overstay fee. So that is an incentive really to stop you from staying in space all day, getting free parking and charging your car for free. But let's talk about the business side of this, because lots of businesses, you'll have seen those electric vehicles on the road. I'm joined by Gerard Galvin, who's MD of Etrux. Good morning.
Good morning, Sarah.
So Etrux, tell us what you do in terms of electric vehicles.
Well, here at Etrux we focus primarily on the commercial fleet. We've built our business over the last couple of years identifying the right vehicles to match the right job. One of the challenges by our fleet managers across the province here and across the UK and Ireland in general is a lot of them just don't know where to start. So Etrux has spent the last 2 or 3 years building a network of partnerships to generate like a one-stop shop facility for transport managers to help in that transition to electric fleet. We've actually developed a consultancy called Evolve. And as part of Evolve, we go into the business, we look at the existing fleet, we look at the routes, we look at the payloads, we look at the cargo that the customer is carrying, and we come up with a roadmap to net zero and how to transition their fleet from everything, looking at the charging infrastructure, looking at the type of vehicles, and even looking at driving behaviour, because that will assist to reduce the cost per mile per kilowatt hour.
Well, we know we'll all have seen that big online retailer and its electric vehicles on the road. They seem to be everywhere. But what kind of businesses are coming to you to look at their fleet options?
Well, we were actually just back from the commercial vehicle show at the NEC in Birmingham last week, and we were inundated by customers everywhere from plumbers right through to those large retail groups you're chatting about. And we consistently got the same message: we need to act now. You know, there are aggressive government targets in transition to net zero, and companies really need to start now looking at their fleet, looking at introducing an electric product into their fleet. And this is where Etrux can help assist those companies do that. We've actually set up our own rental and leasing company in Birmingham. We have a fleet of over 200 vehicles, and by the end of this year, 30% of that fleet is going to be electric. More and more of our customers are asking us each day, what are we going to do with electric? How do we start? How do we get electric charging points? You know, have we enough energy coming to our depot to even charge the infrastructure? So we have teamed up with a number of different specialist organisations such as Weave here in Northern Ireland who do the infrastructure. We also work with Design Electrical. We're working with Arbar up in Limavady who've developed fantastic battery storage solutions. And as well as that, we're looking at innovative new electric vehicle products on the market, such as Watt EV based in Cornwall. These guys have produced a fantastic aluminium-based chassis from the ground up that offers fantastic payload for fleet customers.
Well, you mentioned about businesses and the charging points, because obviously you're unlikely to see a lorry or a big fleet vehicle hooked up to those public charging points. So businesses then have to look inside on what their infrastructure is.
Exactly, and just recently NIE have announced a £3 billion investment, or they intend to invest £3 billion over the next 10 years to upgrade that infrastructure, because that is one of the challenges, is getting enough energy to the depot. Where Etrux are looking at it slightly differently, and along with a number of other organisations, is how we store that energy. We're looking at battery storage solutions, we're looking at wind power, we're looking at solar, so we're trying to reduce that cost overall.
Okay, thanks very much. That's Gerard Galvin, who's MD of Etrux.